Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Just take that first step. This is a quote that many attribute to Dr. Martin Luther King. No one really knows how well a project or a journey will go when you first start. Even with the best case scenario, fully supported, everything ready and in place, the future is almost never truly assured. But here's the thing, if you never start, then failure is most definitely assured. On the 1-year anniversary of this podcast launch, this is one message I'd like you to carry with you. Be like Nike. Just do it. Welcome to Fuller Living, your space for empowerment, inspiration, and practical health nuggets. Here you'll find relatable guidance that fits your everyday life as you journey to a fuller and healthier you. I'm your host, Dr. Ashitey. Let's dig in. Welcome to Fuller Living. I'm your host, Dr. Ashitey. I'm a board-certified family physician and health and life coach, and every week I bring you relatable health information. Whether you're listening while driving, walking, folding laundry, or now watching this episode on video for the first time ever, I am so glad you're here. If you've been with me over the past year, this episode is going to be a little different. For one, after 50 plus episodes of audio recording alone, this episode is my first video. Beyond that, however, I want us to have a heart-to-heart conversation as I reflect on the past year of fuller living and the lessons that I've learned, as well as the energy I'd like to carry forward in the new year. And I'm inviting you to take this journey with me. 1 year ago, this podcast did not start with confidence. Let me set the record straight. It started in my closet with me on the floor, surrounded by clothes, hoping that magically everything would work together. The sound quality would be perfect. The noise around was not really my real problem. The noise that was the problem was the noise in my head. I walked around with so much doubt. It's even a miracle that I started at all. And I had so many questions roaming in my head. Why me? What new thing do I have to offer? What if people judged me? What if no one even listened? And here's the part that people don't often say aloud. It wasn't just the fear of failure. It was the fear of being seen trying. I am a professional. I am a doctor. And now people get to watch me try something new. I remember hitting record with my heart racing, not from excitement, but from this exposure that I felt. And it made me almost not do it. Even this new video episode, which happens to be a new experience for me, I've postponed it so many times, imperfect and all. But the message is bigger than the production. So here we are. Here's the part I didn't know when I sat on that closet floor, that starting scared didn't mean that that fear would disappear. But staying consistent changed a lot in me because one episode led to 5 and then 5 to 10 and 10 to 50 plus episodes later. Something wild happened. One, my confidence is getting better. Guess what Spotify told me the other day? I wouldn't have expected it. That my debut season was more popular than 89% of new shows. And I received more comments than 97% of other podcasts. Now, I'll be honest with you. I thought to myself immediately, oh, that's just because I'm one of the podcasts that actually allows comments. But here's something that I think may be a little more legit. Apparently, this show had more shares than 95% of other shows. So there's that. And I'm still scared. And when I read that, my first thought wasn't pride. It was more disbelief. Wait, people are actually listening to me? People stayed, they shared it. That's when it hit me that this didn't grow because it was perfect. It grew because it was real and I was willing to try. And so as we start this new year together, let me ask you to reflect on these questions. How many things in your life are you quietly holding back? Not because you can't do them, but because you're waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel more confident, waiting to feel more prepared, more certain. Here's what I've learned as a physician and a life coach and as a human being. The brain doesn't change just because you decide or make a decision. It changes because you repeat. Identity doesn't come first. Momentum doesn't come first. Motivation doesn't come first. Those all come after you move. That's how it's happening for me, at least, in real time as we speak right now. That just teaches the brain to stay still when you're waiting for the right time. You know, that thing you keep saying you're going to start, like exercise and walking and journaling and strength training, setting boundaries, the dream that keeps tapping you on the shoulder. You're probably imagining in your head that it needs more time, more energy, more motivation, more something else. But what if that dream needs just permission? Permission to be small, permission to not be impressive, permission to just be posted, just real, 5 minutes, one choice, one rep, one uncomfortable conversation. Because here's the funny thing. Once you actually start, your brain starts rooting for you and starts working for you because it likes patterns. Now I have 50 plus of those patterns. So here's what I'm inviting you to join me in doing this year. This is not a resolution, neither is it a total reinvention. It's a 1% daily commitment just to take that imperfect step. Let me back this up a little bit. Perfection does not exist. Everything can be improved upon. Always. Just ask Amazon. It literally started as a bookstore in a garage. Okay, now that that's settled, let's get back to what we were talking about. 1% says, I'm not rushing to get to the end, but it also says, I'm not waiting. I'm showing up imperfectly. This is how this podcast is growing. And I'm intentionally using the term growing instead of grew because it's not a destination. It's simply a commitment to continual growth. This is how my confidence is growing. This is how my capacity will grow. This is how real change is actually happening. And this is how it happens biologically, neurologically, emotionally. If you take nothing at all from this episode, please take this. I didn't record 50 episodes because I was fearless. I recorded them because I was finally willing to stay. And if you've been thinking, maybe this could be my year, I want to say to you that it can be. Not because you're going to suddenly feel ready or magically have all the experience that one might need to have in order to start, but because you decide to grow anyway. As I look back on this past year, the fear, the growth, the wins, the learning, what stands out the most isn't the numbers. It's the fact that I didn't do this alone. Every message that came in, every share, every comment, I felt like I was seen or I needed this today. That's what told me this podcast wasn't just something I was creating and that it was something that was going to grow together with everyone else. And if you're listening right now and thinking, I want this year to be different. I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to face whatever it is that you're making up in your mind right now. I want you to know that desire makes total sense. And there is a way to grow that doesn't rely on pressure or perfection. This January, I am opening the doors to Transform by Fuller Living. Transform starts January 27th. It's a physician-led coaching program designed for people who are tired of starting over and ready to build sustainable health, capacity, and habits that actually last, not through willpower, not through extremes, but through nervous system regulation, identity-based habits, and small, consistent change. If this episode has resonated with you, if the idea of 1% daily growth feels like something you want to support or you want to join in or you want support for, Transform is for you. It's where community lives. It's where we'll grow together. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. You can learn more at drashitey.com/transform. This podcast started one imperfect step at a time. In fact, right now, I am very aware of all the imperfections with this episode. But guess what? Next time, I'm going to be better, and I invite you to grow and be better with me. Thank you to everyone who has supported me. This year, I'd love to stay and grow with you. You don't need the whole staircase. You just need that next step. So take it. And when you're ready to take one with me, I'll be right here. Until next time, let's get to fuller living. Well, fam, that wraps up another episode of Fuller Living, where we talk about health in a bite-sized, relatable, practical, and fun way. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress one small step at a time while remaining consistent. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, share it with a friend who might need a little bit of inspiration, and leave me your 5-star review. And if you're in Dallas and looking for a new PCP, look me up at southwestfamilymed.com. I can't wait to meet you. Until next time, let's get to fuller living.